Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Rocket, issue number 6. This may be ending the entire comic, just the 6 issues. This arc is over, that's for sure. I don't know that this should necessarily continue, but it was pretty interesting. Al Ewing, he kind of owned this comic book in many ways, but at the same time, the art, while it may not have been the best, Adam Gorham has a way of setting up panels better than any other panel I've ever seen. And that's impressive. That's really impressive. Anyway, so Rocket is able to escape from having been shot in his head by his girlfriend Ada, and now he's still got to face, this. He's having a conversation while he's dead, but then he wakes up and he's having a conversation that is very different. He's trying to get away from being shot more. Gatecrasher is able to show up with the Technet, and she does some kind of really weird Falcon Punch thing and knocks Ada right out. So even though she's miniaturized, she's still barking orders, and yeah, Rocket's actually even willing to listen. It's just one of those things where, you know how to give orders and you will listen. You absolutely will fall in line. So this is going to end on an interesting note. The Guardians of the Galaxy, in the form of Peter Quill at least, show up by the end of this, and we're kind of, I don't know, left with the idea there might not be anything else because Rocket feels really bad about everything that happened, not just in this comic, but in the series. Speaking of which, I've got to incorporate the rest of the story with this particular issue, this arc. So this was pretty good, and I'm going to give this a C+. There was a lot of extra stuff. This is a very different style that I'm wondering if in a couple of years' time, people aren't going to look back on this and say this is the most genius work ever. Or will it just be like, oh, yeah, whatever, Rocket had a comic at one point. It's really hard to tell at this point, but I do know it is still a really good story. I had a lot of fun reading it, and I kind of had a lot of fun reviewing it, too. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.